Imagine you're standing at the edge of a new frontier, a digital landscape brimming with potential. You've heard whispers, seen glimpses of something powerful, something that could revolutionize how you interact with the world. And you think, how do I get in? How do I stake my claim? That, my friends, is the question we're tackling today. Can you get a free Gemini address? Music fades out completely. Now, before we dive into the nitty-gritty, let's unpack what we're actually talking about. When we say Gemini address, we're not talking about a physical street address. We're talking about a digital identifier, a key to accessing the capabilities of Google's Gemini AI. Think of it as your portal to a universe of advanced language modeling, code generation, and problem solving. It's the gateway to a powerful tool that, in many ways, is still being forged. Why is this question so relevant right now? Well, AI is rapidly transforming everything from how we write emails to how we develop software. And Gemini, being one of the most advanced models out there, is at the forefront of this revolution. Naturally, everyone wants to know how to get their hands on it. But here's the thing, access to cutting-edge AI isn't like signing up for a free email account. It's more nuanced. It's more complex. And the answer to whether you can get a free Gemini address isn't a simple yes or no. Let's break it down. First, we need to understand the different ways you might interact with Gemini. There's the Gemini API, which allows developers to integrate Gemini's capabilities into their own applications. There are also the various Google products and services that are powered by Gemini, like Bard, and potentially other future releases. The Gemini API, for instance, is typically accessed through Google Cloud. And like most cloud services, it operates on a pay-as-you-go model. You're charged based on your usage. So, in that sense, a free Gemini address through the API is not readily available. You're paying for the computational resources and the advanced capabilities that Gemini provides. However, and this is a crucial however, Google often offers free tiers or trials for its cloud services, including access to AI tools. This means you might be able to experiment with the Gemini API for a limited time or within certain usage limits without incurring costs. This is your chance to explore its potential, to see what it can do, before committing to a paid subscription. Now, let's talk about the consumer-facing products that leverage Gemini, like Bard. In this case, access is often integrated into your existing Google account. If you have a Google account, you can access Bard and experience Gemini's capabilities through that interface. So, in a sense, you're getting access to Gemini's power without needing a separate, dedicated Gemini address. It's woven into the fabric of the Google ecosystem. But even within these consumer-facing products, the definition of free can be a bit blurry. Google might offer a basic level of access for free, while reserving more advanced features or higher usage limits for paid subscriptions. This is a common model in the software world, a freemium approach. Think of it like this, you might get a free sample of a premium product. You can experience its quality, its potential, but to unlock its full power, you might need to pay. And that's not inherently a bad thing. It's how companies fund the development and maintenance of these complex technologies. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. The concept of a free AI address might also be tied to the idea of open source or community-driven AI projects. There are numerous open source large language models and AI tools that are available for free to anyone who wants to use them. However, it's important to remember that open source doesn't necessarily mean free in the sense of zero effort. You might need technical expertise to set up and run these models, and you'll still need to pay for the computational resources required to use them. Furthermore, while open source models are valuable, they might not always offer the same level of performance or capabilities as proprietary models like Gemini. Google invests significant resources into developing and refining Gemini, and that investment is reflected in its performance. So, what's the takeaway? Can you get a free Gemini address? The answer, as you might have guessed, is it depends. It depends on how you define free and how you intend to use Gemini. If you're a developer looking to integrate Gemini into your applications, you'll likely need to access the Gemini API through Google Cloud, which typically involves a pay-as-you-go model. However, you can explore free trials and tiers to get started. If you're a consumer looking to experience Gemini's capabilities, you can access it through Google products like Bard, often using your existing Google account. In this case, you're getting access to Gemini's power without a separate, dedicated Gemini address. And if you're interested in exploring open-source AI models, you can find numerous free options, but remember that you'll still need to invest time and resources to set them up and use them. The key is to understand the different avenues for accessing Gemini and to choose the one that best suits your needs and budget. Don't fall for scams that offer free Gemini addresses that are not connected to official Google products. Always check the official Google Cloud and AI sites for the most accurate information. As AI continues to evolve, access models will likely change. Google is always updating its services, and new ways of using Gemini might appear. It's important to stay informed and to be adaptable. Think of it this way: access to powerful AI tools like Gemini is like access to any other valuable resource. It requires investment, whether it's financial, technical, or both. But the potential rewards are immense. The ability to automate tasks, generate creative content, and solve complex problems is transformative. And that's the real value proposition of Gemini, not whether you can get a free address, but what you can do with the access you have. It's about leveraging its capabilities to create, innovate, and solve problems. It's about using it to push the boundaries of what's possible. So, instead of focusing on the question of free, ask yourself, how can I best utilize Gemini's power? How can I leverage its capabilities to achieve my goals? How can I use it to make a positive impact? Because ultimately, that's what matters most. It's not about having a free Gemini address. It's about having the vision, the creativity, and the determination to use AI to build a better future. And that's something that no price tag can ever capture. And finally, always be aware of the terms of service. Google, like any tech company, has rules about how you can use their products. Don't try to circumvent the paid systems. Don't try to break the rules. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.